What is going on, guys? Today, we're going to take a look at Tasuo Showdown Hierarchy of the Heavens. It's been a while since we've talked about Tasuo Showdown on the channel, but the Kickstarter for this set has fulfilled. The boxes have been delivered, so I got my shipment of boxes in that I backed for, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through and open them. I'm just going to do one just to kind of show you like what would be inside. I've taken the speed liberty of removing the plastic around the edge and then folding in the little label here so we can just get into the box quicker. But each box is individually labeled too. This is box 376 of 500. So even your box is like nice and kind of serialized. The box is pretty simple. It's small, but effective display. From the heavens to Sheol, that's sort of a realm within the world. It's kind of their version of hell. Pretty adjacent word, but kind of makes some sense there. It's sort of like the dark realm. There's some sort of type logos around the edge. And along the bottom, we've got a little message that just says, introducing you to the beginning of the realm of Tasuo Showdown. Battle with gods and devils in spiritual warfare. Each box contained 12 packs of 5 cards for 60 total, and one of 5 unique box toppers to collect. Each pack contains 3 commons and 2 rares. Now, the rares aren't actually just rares. They are rare or better. So, yeah. But then there are 100 cards to collect in this set, so it's kind of a small, like, introductory set. The original idea for this was that it was going to be kind of like a half set, and there would be then a full release set 1 that would include, like, this set plus the sort of other half of the set. This was just kind of the introduction. But let's just kind of get into what's in the box. Without much further ado here, it does have the nice fold flap, so you can open it up cool. Get that put in there. All right. Big flaps there, and we got our box topper right here on the top. We've got Jaws Heavenly Vessel. This sort of Jaw thing, Jaw's kind of their this game's version of like God, and kind of the creator of everything within the realm. And there are these box toppers are various pieces of Jaw's armor. So that's kind of a cool piece to get. Nice core. You get some cool foil masking there. The ring looks really good. Just a good start. Same back that they've kind of used forever. And let's get into some packs. I know there's a few different pack arts, so I'm going to take these out of here, sort of separate them out. Now there's only 12 packs, so this should go pretty fast, but I think it's just 4 types of art, yeah. All right, so we've got the 4-pack arts, one featuring some sort of temple art here. I'm sure this is a card that you can get. I just don't know the art specifically. This one here I do know features Yingen and Yangen, the 2 dragons featured on the cover of the box. They're kind of the dueling beings fighting over the realm in this part of like the lore. Then we've got a box with this is like a storm of some kind. There are a couple of versions of this that exist in the game. There's a heavy hurricane, there's a small chaotic storm, and there's various ones. So I'm not sure exactly which one this kind of storm is, but I'm sure we'll find out. And then there is one of this sort of tree with some little butterflies here. I know there's kind of like a land card, like a field type card that exists that's something similar to this art. So I imagine this is something like that too. The packs just tell you get 5 cards, 3 commons, 2 rares. There's 6,000 packs total, which makes sense. 500 boxes, 12 per box. So let's just get going without further ado. We'll start with the titular characters themselves. They do have a little rip tab here, which is nice. I was kind of curious how the pack was going to be presented there, but the little tab is nice to have. That always makes things easy to get into. So we've got a ER here. That's everyday rare. That's like just common. And ER, your second common. And then ER, this is a common as well. However, this is a cool full art one. Okina the Primal. This is one of the like original beings of the realm. They're kind of the demigods, if you will. There's, I'm going to get this wrong and feel bad about it. I think there's 9 of them. There's a bunch of different characters that are all kind of responsible for different things and elements within the world. This is like the wind one. Very cool card. Cool to have, especially as a common. Nice to get for deck building there. Chi Forest. That foil pattern's really nice there. Looks really good. The speckles through the trees. This is an EM, which is an emerald rare. This is just sort of like an uncommon, or I guess it's really just called a rare. And then we've got an emerald rare as well. This guy is Damien Dark Genesis. He is a little bit less masked. The foil is kind of all over this card. There's a little bit of a mask to that where the sort of back behind him isn't foiled in through the doorway. So there's still a little bit of masking there, but it's just a lot more present on this one than it is here where it's just sort of speckling through the trees. But both of these are just like regular rares. No hit in that pack, if you will. I'm curious how the hit breakdown will be. I don't know any kind of pull rates or anything like that for this set, so we'll see how that goes. Double backhand spring. Kaiju Earth Frag. Now here's a fun thing. There are 7 frags that exist, and the first person that gets all 7 and proves it, takes a picture of it, whatever, can get a special bonus. I think it's a free booster box. I don't remember exactly what the prize is, but I do know there's a prize for getting all 7 of them. So, 1 down. Then we've got another common here. An emerald rare. So it's just your regular rare. Tonya Kenchikami. And we've got an emerald kaiju water frag. The foiling on that is very cool. And 2 in 1 pack. That's a great start. All right, one more. With this art, at least. Okay, so we've got Sage with a message. Cheese and Life Seed. Fight with Honor. Then we've got Veronica the Enchanter. Very, very foily mermaid lady there. A little hard to look at her through the camera, but in person it is a little clearer. But the light is really bouncing off of her for the camera there. And then we've got Mythmaker. This is a fun thing to have hit. So this guy is not me, but in a D&D campaign that I played as a half-orc character whose name, he eventually got like the title Mythmaker. And so as we made this orc clan as sort of a shout out to me or whatever, we put Mythmaker as this guy's name to kind of immortalize the character I played. And I think that's very, very cool. It's cool to have this as one of my cards. All right, so that's 3 packs down. Let's keep going here. We've got Doppel. I'll have the little bug there. Zone Swap. This is a good card. Ninja Roll. Iconic staple. This has been around since day 0 of this card game, but has always been great. Then we've got Haruko Kenchikami, another regular rare. And Hockey Dispel, also a rare. Also a good card, though. When a legendary item's activated, you can negate it. Pretty good. Some counter spells are always good to have. Props of Prosperity, King's Orders, Bato the Primal. It's another one of those original beasts. Then we've got Mephistoff. Now I know this card has actually been recently limited to limit one per deck. It wasn't originally like that, but this card has proven to be very strong, so it's cool to have. And then we've got another Emerald Rare, the Chosen Tree of Life. The tree leaves being all foil there looks really good. One more pack of the sort of temple art there. We are without a hit per se yet, but that is okay because it's first box. We basically need everything at this point, so we're taking everything we can get. Bash Gorteth, the Holy Sword. That's a really cool art. I bet if there's a foil of this, I don't think there is, but if there is, I bet that would have looked really cool foil. We've got Hysterical Herc, another one of the orc guys. And we've got Enchanted Armament. Very cool. All right, we are 6 packs down, half a box done. Let's do the tree art cards here next. And we'll save the big storm art for last. Got No Honor. This is a good card. Just kills a guy with 3 or less life. This comes in some of the starter decks. Pretty cool card. Ryuketsu no Naibai. Naibai? I don't know if it's hard pronounced like that or not. Good there. Oh, Baidoita. One of the wing weavers. It's just this whole clan of spiders. It's a very cool deck. We've got Spinifex. This guy's very cool. He has seen some changes over time too, but he's just another kind of rare. And we've got Divine Wrath. Oh, now this is Jaw there too. That's kind of all of the pieces of the armor like we saw at the beginning with the box topper card. You can see that that art is kind of in the center here, and then the other pieces will assemble around it. But it just destroys all cards on the field. Just a board wipe. Very cool to have. Glimpse of Prophecy. Souza the Skybear. Or more like Booba the Skybearer, am I right? Tasuo River of Rejuvenation. Oh ho ho. Kaiju Fire Frag. That's 3. Kaiju Lightning Frag. 4 down. I am on fire. Still no big hit, but 4 out of 7 and we're in one box. That's pretty promising. All right. Then we've got the Gift of Yin. There's some fun lore to this guy, this card too. This little fella here, way back 2020, when this game like really kind of first started making its presence known in the world. One of the kind of active backers at the time had basically bought in enough to get kind of represented on a card. We haven't heard from this individual in a long time, so it's a bit of a shame, but it ended up still being very cool art. Desperate Reflect. As If, staple. When someone activates an effect or ability, negate it. Just another counterspell, great to have. Divine Backlash, also a good card. And then we have Smaug, the Scourge of the Lotus Clan. That's a cool foil on him too. All right, we have spent the tree packs. We are down to the 3 storm packs. All right, well, let's see what happens. Aerial Assault Thunderbringer. Hades Sword of Bloodlust. Oh, spoiler. Yosu Tobito. Another one of these spiders. Primal Ritual Contract. That's cool. It's an e-call a Primal from your deck to your zone, which is just awesome. And then there we go. There is a hit. That's pretty good. Now the Kaiju Rare is what this one is called. This is sort of like your super rare. It's the next rarity up from rare. There's another one after that, which would be sort of like a ultra rare. They're called legendary items. And then there is a Tasuo rare, which is like a secret rare. And there's very, very few of those. But this card is incredible. It's super good to have one of these. Super cool foil pattern on this one. The all like kind of all blacked out thing that they do, as opposed to being like, you know, having the template is just something special that he sometimes does to kind of draw attention to it. But this is a staple, one of two. This is on the limited list, and it's for good reason. Great card, and very happy to have. Then we'll go to the next storm. Kyodai Judgment. Good card. Wind Frag. Okay, see now I've got enough frags. I don't remember what the frags are. I've got Fire, Lightning, Water, Earth. Okay, well then that means Wind is my 5th frag. We've got 5 of the 7. That's pretty good. Kyodai Temperament to go with my Kyodai Judgment. Then we've got K-Pit and Shiel frag. Oh my goodness. 6 frags. I got the broken box, guys. We have 1 to go. We have 1 pack to go. Are we going to get to finish the frag challenge with 1 booster box? That will be crazy. Moment of truth, friends. Last pack magic. Enchanted Axe. Tempo Binding Spell. Incredible card. Primal Ritual Incomplete. Case of Gluttony. Am I going to use... Is my Gluttony going to come in to save me with this final card? Is it going to be the frag I need? Ooh, it's not, but this is awesome. This guy was a promo at one point that you could get for playing in like enough games on the server. And if you played often enough, you would get sent a copy of this. This guy is very cool. This version of him looks very cool. And it's neat that he is now accessible in the set. He's just kind of a regular rare, so more people have access to him. That's a good thing. Okay, well, we're down 1 box. I have got quite a few more, so hopefully we'll hit the last frag I need. The hunt is on. But in my box, we got 1 hit, the Malicious Restraint. That is less fun than hitting, you know, multiple hits, but it's a great one. Great limit 1 per deck hit. A staple in every single deck in the game runs a copy of this, so that's cool to have. 6 of the 7 frags, 4 of which are foil even. That's cool. Just 1 to go. Well, that's it for the first box I've got of Tasuo Showdown Hierarchy of the Heavens. I will have probably some more Tasuo Showdown content for the channel coming up in the future as I open more of these boxes and get some, you know, more updated decks built. I've personally fallen a little behind in the meta just because I haven't been keeping up with kind of all the products as they've come out. So this is a fun way to get myself kind of back into the swing of that too. But for now, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and thanks for hanging out. See you next time.